2.66 mile oval. 2 laps to run their qualifying time, and we'll keep posted on the qualifying times. Again, this might be a good time, Ed, we'll mention our sponsors here of Veritas Builders from Scottsdale, Arizona, for all your commercial and residential construction, and Michelangelo Painting. And I want to throw a big thank you out there to Michael D'Amico for putting this series on. The winner of this series, the end of the 5-race series, gets a $50 Visa gift card. So tonight's race, the winner gets $10. And a few things about it, they're running 50 laps and no resets. So if you get your car damaged, you either go into the pit and you sit there and try to get it fixed up and go back out, and hopefully maybe there'll be more wrecks and you'll get back up there. But it's all about the points too. You don't want to leave early because your points amount, and at the end of the 5 races, points are going to matter. Who's at the top of the points for the $50 gift card?
Well, one of the drivers would be a lucky driver, Rudy.
That's right, Ed. So I'm understanding that some of our sponsors are watching the broadcast, Ed, from Veritas Builders. Good to see you guys. Glad you're following along with this race. Michael has put a lot of time into this, and we sure appreciate, your sponsorship in this race. This means a lot to everybody out here. Something this big, I'm really kind of disappointed at the turnout, but something this big, it really means a lot to have a good sponsor. And we wanted to really thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Veritas. We appreciate you guys coming over here and watching our Twitch TV. We have a lot of fun over here, and I think you enjoy it. You'll probably say, I'm coming back and watch another one. So, yeah, we really appreciate you guys coming over. Thank you, Rudy.
So we're seeing some qualifying times come in here, and now this is on their first qualifying lap. They still have one more to go. So I'm kind of curious to see what kind of times we're going to get. Looks like some very fast times out there. Now these are open setups. These guys can adjust on these setups and run them the way they like. They can adjust spring set to tire pressure, steering ratios, all kinds of settings in there that you can adjust to make these cars go fast. And we've got a few really good guys out there that know about these setups, and one that really sticks in my mind is my good old buddy Wayne Finley. He's pretty much the master of it, and he's a master at helping in the booth too. I don't wish anybody to get wrecked out, but I've asked him to join us in the booth if he does get wrecked out. So, because he's very good in the booth. I've watched a lot of broadcasts that he has done, and it's like, wow, I could only dream about being as good as him. Very good.
Yeah, but Rudy, here's the thing, buddy. You do a good job too, man. It's like, I mean, you know what? I look at it right this way, Rudy. If you sit there for a year, Rudy, you just be getting the next guy down the road, buddy. You do an awesome job, and I'm glad you're in here with me.
Thank you, Ed, and I'm glad you're in here with me. It's my partner in crime.
You got it, buddy.
Well, they're coming down to the end of qualifying here, and it looks like Christopher Perryman's got the pole there in the number 29 with a 49.278. Wow, what a time.
Yeah, it was a fast time, Rudy, for him.
Man, when you can lay down a 49.2, that's booking.
That's going pretty fast on this track at Talladega, Rudy, today.
Yes, sir. Well, they'll be gridding right directly here, and we will get on catch them on the grid. And I'll give you a rundown of all the qualifying order and the starting grid. Once our pole sitter gets on the grid. Michael giving them a few last instructions, letting them know that there'll be no black flags cleared. There's no resets, no lucky dog. This is just straight flat out racing. You run what you brung. There's our pole sitter. He finally gridded. Ed, I think this is going to be a very interesting race. We've got some really, really great drivers out there. I don't want to see any of them get wrecked out at all, man. They are just like the cream of the crop here.
Yes, they are, Rudy. And still, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Nope.
I just hope, like I said, Rudy, I hope they do the 50 lapper here, man. It'd be awesome. No, keep that thing green. That'd be awesome for Michael and all the work he's put into this and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping they be patient to the like 45 laps and race hard for the 5 laps. So that's what we're hoping up the booth, Rudy. What do you think?
I second that motion. It's 50 green laps here would be just awesome. Might be a little boring for the drivers out there, but I think we're going to see some green flag pit stops. From what I understand, Michael shortened the fuel load just a little bit, so they've only got a 70% fuel load, and I hope they check their fuels to make sure that they understand that when they go to start. So, okay, Ed, I'm going to run down the starting grid here. We have Christopher Perryman and the number 29 on the pole. We have, second place is the number 8 of Trevor Ozernoth. Third place, we have the number 1 of Carol Hobbs. In fourth place, we have the number 43 of Wayne Finley. In fifth place, we have the number 62 of Michael D'Amico, our host here. In sixth place, we have the number 7 of David Howard Jr. Seventh place, we have the number 73 of Jeremy Crandall. In eighth place, the number 6 of Jared Akey. Ninth place, the number 21 of Bill Nicholson. 10th place, we have the 27 of Gonzola Torres, I believe that's pronounced. In 11th place, we have the number 5 of Norman Sidlick. In 12th place, we have the number 9. Did I say 5? No, 9. We have the number 9 of Shane Terratuda. And rounding out the field, because the bottom two are us broadcasters, is the number 11 of Mario Gerard. So good luck, guys. I wish you all the luck in this race.
That's right. Good job, Rudy. I wish all the drivers good luck today.
Yes, sir. And the pace car's off, Ed.
Yes, he is, Rudy.
Green flag. We have a few guys switching lanes. They're dropping down to that inside line. Wayne Finley and Jared Akey drop down there, trying to get a little bit of a run. Number 1 goes up high, and then the number 8 comes down low. Man, we've got guys jockeying for position here. Number 1 thinks he has something on the outside there, but he's kind of like out there all by himself. He needs a dancing partner right now. Looks like the number 1 come right down in front of the 29. Whoa, that was close. Man. These guys need to just ride it out a little bit. 29 giving a little push on the number 1. They got to remember to air these things out a little bit, Ed, and, they can't push too awful much. 29 going high. Number 1, he's staying low there, man. He's running really good up there by himself.
Yeah, I see that, Ray. Boy, they're really, you get that high side running and get to moving those cars. That low line prefer line here, but if you get up on that high line, man, get a car a bunch of lined up there, man, you can get to the front.
Roger that, Ed. Number 7 up here on the high side, he's trying to get a partner hooked up with him and maybe try to get up there in front. I believe that's David Howard Jr. See these front 2 kind of pulling out ahead a little bit, and these guys in the back are kind of riding it out, and they're saying, you guys go ahead, we'll catch up to you. You're going to have to switch sooner or later, and when you do, we're going to be right there.
Oh yeah, definitely, Rudy. Because these cars, you're pushing and pushing all you can, and you get that car a little hot there, Rudy, and you got to back off or pull out up on the high side, higher. Get some air under that front of that car, Rudy. If not, you're going to blow that motor up.
I've seen a lot of that in practice earlier. These guys, man, they were pushing the car to see how far they could push it. Find out what that envelope is, how far they can go before the motor does get so hot it does blow.
Yeah, you got that right, Rudy.
I think the 29's he's kind of feeling that a little bit now. He says, I got to back off a little bit and cool this motor down. The number 1 car, he seems to be awful strong out there, though, Ed. Boy, he got right out there to a commanding lead, that Carroll Hobbs. Wow. He was very good in practice, too.
Yeah, I see that, Rudy. He must have a really good setup. His crew worked on his car, got him where he needed to be on the track, and doing an awesome job.
Yes, he is. Number 7, he's hanging right on there with the number 8 right on his bumper. They're trying to get a little bit of draft off of that 1 and 29 duo up there in the front, and maybe that might hook them up a little bit. They seem to be catching up to him a little now. The field's kind of catching up. I think the 29's feeling the crunch of the heat on that motor. And the 29 ducks down to the inside.
Oh, wow. Yes, he did, Rudy.
He says, okay, I've pushed enough. My engine's overheating. I got to get out and get some air. He left that number 1 up there hanging to dry.
Yeah, like I said, Rudy, you got to give that car some air under that hood. If you don't, like I said, you'll blow the motor. So whatever you do, man, if you're drafting the car, try to get wherever you can get on the low side, the high side. Get the car some air, man. Fall back in the line, and away you go.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I know some of these drivers don't like to do that. They like to stay in that one line and say, listen, this is where I want to be in case it costs you. But that's hard to do on this super speedways, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yep. And number 1, he's trying to get a run on that outside again. We need the 7 to get up there and hook onto the 29. The 1 and the 9 hooked up together, taking off for the lead. Number 1 leads that lap. They're ducking down.
Yeah, I see that, Rudy.
Duck back down to the low lane again.
I think he's been working that high and low lane, Rudy, trying to figure out who he's going to, go with him.
And the number, what is that, the number 5? Yeah, number 5 of Norman Sidlick. He's the one that won our practice race earlier. He's caught up through there. Wow, man, he's coming on like gangbusters. Some pretty good racing going on up here.
Yeah, you know what? It's all about patience here, Rudy. I've been watching these guys. They're really about patience. It's awesome to watch. Nobody's in a rush to go nowhere. Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long race. Oh, we gotta spin. We gotta spin.
Oh, man, did we ever. Wow, that took out a few of them, I think. And then that brings out a caution. So let's go back and we'll take a good look at that and see what happened here. And again, there's no resets in here, guys, so, what you see is what you got. Let's go back here to Jared Akey, and we're going to go to the chopper view and try to figure out what exactly happened here. Oh, the number one. The number one is the one that started that. So we're going to go on board with the number one here. Try to figure out what he did wrong. Not sure here. The 21 may have got a run on him. I don't see no touching. He could have been arrow loose, and he come down and gathered up the 29, the 7, the 21, the number 6 got into the, oh man, what a mess. And it looks like the 62 car of Michael D'Amico made it through there. He might have tapped the wall a little bit, but he made it through that mess. So good job by Michael on that. We've got, oh man, poor Rush running up along the wall. He can't exit until he comes to a stop. He's right on 2 wheels going down through there.
Yeah, he was, Rudy.
Whoa, he's still going. Now that's amazing right there. He's still going. He's going down through the turn on 2 wheels. I'm going to follow this and see how far he goes like that. That's some trick stuff right there, man. Wow. He finally hit the wall and back on his wheels. Wow. So we're seeing pit stops now, Ed. These guys going in, a lot of damage on these cars. Wow, man.
Yeah, I see that, Rudy. I mean, I took a few cars out there trying to get some of that damage fixed up. There's no resets in here tonight, folks. It's all out. What you got, what you already got in this kind with this car, you're going out with it. If you're wrecked, well, you might stay off the track.
Yeah, poor Rush. He's really damaged. I'm in the cockpit here, and he's got his wheel cranked clear around to the left just to go straight down there. So, wow, man, a lot of damage.
It's pretty sad for none of these drivers. They worked hard all week to get in this race, and the one, I don't know what the one was doing. I thought he was in the middle there, Rudy, and all of a sudden he come up.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you saw, Rudy?
Yeah, the one. It looked like he got aero loose, Ed. I'm not really sure because I didn't see anybody touch him.
Yeah, 10-4, Rudy.
So, well, they're going in. They're getting what damage they can fixed up. And hopefully we'll get back to green flag racing. And it looks like the number 1 car has taken his car behind the wall.
Yeah, that poor driver got a lot of damage, Rudy. Nothing all you can do about it.
Yep, he loaded the car on the hauler, and they're heading home. Maybe he'll be here next week to try her again. Well, we know, Ed, this track produces the big ones, and it's just inevitable. You just never know when it's going to hit you. And when it does, it usually takes out a bunch of them.
Yeah, it sure does, Rudy. And it's I mean, you just don't want to be in that position there. Oh, man, what's going to happen? I get one of these big crashes, and you don't know, like you said, well, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to start.
Mm-hmm.
You're just driving along, and all of a sudden, there it goes. I'm right into it.
Yep. So that puts Jeremy Crandall out in the lead with Norman Sidlick running in second. Trevor Swannoth in third. Shane Terratuta in fourth. Mario Gerard in fifth. Gonzalo Torres in sixth. David Howard Jr. in seventh. Good to see David staying out there.
Hey, Rudy.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael.
Michael, he's with Perryman's going to come up. Able to do it. Perryman wants to come up in the booth with you, if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, for a little bit. That's fine. Anyhow, we got Wayne Finley in the 8th position. Michael D'Amico in the 9th position. That's the last car on the lead lap. Then lap down cars, we have Carroll Hobbs, which I believe he took his car behind the wall and loaded it on the hauler and is gone. And Jared Akey and Bill Nicholson, which I see he just took his car behind the wall, and so did Christopher Perryman. So we're down to about 11 racers, Ed, 10 or 11 racers, and this early on.
Yeah, that's just sad, Rudy, to see these drivers. They get caught up in somebody else's mishap. But you know what, Rudy? All you can do is do your best, and I mean, you work, like I said, Rudy. These drivers work on, your pit crew works on these cars really hard all week long to get this set for the race, and you get caught up in somebody else's mayhem, and nothing you can do about it. But the drivers good, the ones that are out front there, and they missed all that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We have a special guest in the booth right now, Christopher Perryman. Welcome there, Christopher.
Yeah, welcome, Christopher.
Do you got a copy there, Christopher?
I got you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about your mix-up in that race, buddy. Man, oh man. How was the racing out there before that happened? Was it pretty much give and take, or was it really dicey? Did you feel comfortable, or what?
It really hadn't even had time to get sorted out yet. We're just kind of finding our place on the track, if you would. Unfortunately, our day ended a little early, but that kind of happens at these restrictor plate races. You kind of roll the dice and see what happens.
Exactly.
Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't.
Yep.
Tell you I'm not going to Las Vegas tonight.
Well, sorry about you getting wrecked out, but good run out there, man. We were watching you, and oh man, you and the number one, it looked like you guys were hooked up and you were going to take it, man. You were just going to go and leaving the field for a little ways there.
We were, and then I actually was going to be working with the 7 car, so I was having to kind of roll out so we didn't run away from the field too much. I was trying to get him up there. He finally got right there in the 3rd, and the 1 car rolled off to the right a little bit, and I think I lagged back a little bit too much to pick up the 7 car. And we're sitting there 4th and 5th, and we're just going to roll around there for a few laps. It's a long 50-lap race, and kind of kick it up about 10 to go and see what we can come out with.
Okay, well, thank you for stopping up here, Christopher. We're about ready to go back to green here, and we're going to see how looks like there's about maybe 9 or 10 cars on the track yet. We have the Jeremy Crandall in the lead right now. So I'm glad to see a lot of these, some of these guys got their cars fixed back up, got back out on the track, and we're green flag again. Well, looked like a lot of fun out there, Christopher. I was glad to see you up there leading, man. I know you worked hard on your car all week and getting this thing ready for tonight, and very good job. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, the effort showed up in qualifying. We were able to get the pole right there. But
Very good.
this track's really a game of chess to try and get yourself positioned.
Exactly. Well, we got the 9 trying to give the 73 a little push up here. The number 5, he's staying on the high line. You think,
Oh.
we got one off into the grass there.
Got the
Looks like
8
he
coming
saved
off
it.
the track. He saved it though, Rudy.
Yep, good job. Good job.
Yeah, he's gonna lose the draft right there.
Yeah, he probably caught that apron there in the tri-oval. We've seen so many guys doing that. And man, oh man, you got to be very careful not to grab that apron in that tri-oval.
You know, Rudy, it's not only the apron, but there's a bump right there on that lower line, and if you got your nose tucked up behind someone and you hit that bump just wrong, it really makes the nose go one way and the back of the car go another.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, it looks like he may have lost the draft a little bit, but I see David Howard Jr. On the rear end of that pack. Very good racer, good friend of ours. He can get hooked up there maybe with Michael D'Amico or something. They might be able to get up there. Or Wayne Finley. These guys are really out there trying to push it. I see.
I'm not sure. I think that 62 got a little bit of damage off that first caution, though.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he did. He got a little damage on that car, and he's trying to get it up there, but it's kind of hard unless you get a little front damage on those cars, man. It's hard to even draft the things, but your pit crew can fix them all they can, Rudy, and that's all you can do. Get out there unless you get another caution to bring that car back into pit road and see what else they can put some more tape on it.
Exactly. I see Jared Akey got his car back out there. He got probably as much damage as he could get fixed, trying to get those precious points, and that's what these guys got to try to remember. If your car will run, get back out there, because you don't know what's going to happen up there. That whole field could get wrecked out, and you could win the race from 10 laps down,
You got that right, Rudy. You could do that for sure.
I've seen it happen. Not 10 laps down, but being a couple laps down, and the whole front end of the field got wrecked out, and the guy who was a couple laps down wound up running the race.
Yeah, 10-4, Rudy.
So 73's still hanging on to that lead, and the 9's dancing around a little bit right on his tail. Nobody likes to go through that tri-oval and hit them bumps. It makes me a little nervous myself. Excuse me. 5 and the 11 on the outside, they're trying to get a run. 62 coming right along with them. They got a run on that outside. They can get clear, they could drop down in front of that 73, but boy, that 9, he's pushing the dickens out of that 73.
Definitely got some good races going on, Rudy.
Definitely. They're 5, he just couldn't quite make it stick this time. But we'll get them cars cooled off a little bit, and they'll give it another try. I'm sure
You
they
can,
will.
like I said, Rudy, you can get that high side to work, but you need the cars up there. You got all of them up on line on that low line. You got 2 cars up on the high side. You can't move very fast with just 2 cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably continue to see them go backwards, maybe. And they may wind up having to try to get another run again some other time, but they still got lots of racing to go yet. They're only on lap 18, coming to lap 19 when they cross the stripe. 22 laps to go, so. And the thing I hope that they did kind of watch their fuel a little bit, because they only got a 70% fuel load, and I'm not really positive whether that will take you the whole 50 laps.
I don't know, Rudy. It's kind of tough call to call it this time.
Well, Christopher, when you were out there, did you happen to notice that you only had a 70% fuel load?
Yeah, I did notice that, and I was figuring we'd probably have a caution, somewhere about 20 laps into it. I was hoping I wasn't going to be it, but unless they get a few more cautions, even on a fuel tank, full fuel load, that they wouldn't be able to make it. They are going to have to pit at least once.
Yeah. Well, we got a new leader out there, Norman Sidlick, in the I think it's the number 5 or number 5 or 6. Took over the lead. He kept his partner right with him in the 11, and cleared the 73 and dropped down in front for the lead. Norman, he's been a friend of mine for a little while, and man, I'll tell you what a racer. Phew. He's not a stupid racer. He's a smart racer. Races everybody clean. He picks and chooses his way where he wants to go, and he will get there. He will get there in the end. We got the 7 and the 62 coming on that high side. They're trying that high line again. They've got to try to remember to get down there a little bit and try to suck a little side draft off of the leaders there. And that really helps.
I can't believe that our points setter for our maximum speed racing there, David Howard Jr., man, trying to push Michael D'Amico there up on that high side, Rudy. Oh my God, man, car's got damaged, but he's giving it all she got.
What you got to do, buddy.
Yeah, that's awesome racing right there.
Yes. These guys are really racing good around each other. I don't want to see Wayne Finley kind of left out in the cold back there a little bit. He's just barely hanging on to the draft. I don't believe he got any damage on that wreck, but you never know. Maybe he got a piece of sheet metal hit the car or something. You just never know, Caused a little bit of aerodynamic damage.
About that far back, if you're trying to hang back just to let laps roll back, would be a pretty good distance. You still got the draft, but you still have some room to do some wreck avoidance.
This is very true, Christopher. Good point. Good point, yes.
Now, I've noticed for a few laps, this 5 car right here is taking that second lane to make sure not to be on the very bottom to upset that car over that bump.
Yeah, very good. That's a very good strategy move right there, because, if you, like you said, you hit that bump, and we've seen it happen, man, gathers up the whole field. And folks, these tracks, this is true to life. These are scanned right from the tracks, so what you're seeing is exactly in every single detail like the real track at Talladega. The bumps, even right down to the cracks in the asphalt. So, and the aero push around these cars, I know I've explained this before, but the aero push around these cars is tremendous. The only way I can really kind of give anybody an aspect of what it's really like is like when you're following a semi down the interstate and you feel it dodging your car all over the place from the air. That's exactly what it feels like in these cars when you're behind. It just makes you dance all over the place.
You got that right, Rudy. And they love the dance, man, especially when you're back of somebody and you're really trying to push him. You got to hold that wheel. You're white knuckle, constantly white knuckle on these cars, ladies and gentlemen, and they're really hard to drive. If you're in your hands on 2 hands on that wheel, say goodbye. You're going to be in the wall. You'll be in the grass. You really got to pay attention and hold on that wheel.
Kind of watch these two in the back here, guys. Wayne Finley and David Howard. They're trying to get kind of hooked up here together and stay in that lead pack. Run these laps down and maybe be there at the end. Not sure if they've got anything for the leader up there. He's like on a rail.
Well, they seem to be pretty much running in line and just clicking off laps for right now.
Well, we're at the halfway mark, so wondering when we might see some green flag pit stops here, and these guys are going to probably have to top off that fuel, and I don't think. I don't know, Ed. You think there any of them might take any tires?
Yeah. I want to be honest with you, Rudy. I wouldn't take any tires. I take fuel only. They really don't. This track will not burn up your tires at all, Rudy. They're really compatible Goodyear tires, and they really set good on this track.
Yeah.
So I think fuel only for 50 laps. If I was doing 150 laps or 200 laps, Rudy, then I'd change all 4 tires.
Yeah. Well, it kind of looks like Wayne Finley might be losing the draft a little bit there. Maybe he did have some damage that we didn't know about. Or he's doing that wreck avoidance like Christopher said.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Rudy. I think he's sitting back there waiting for the wreck to come out, and he's going to be in a safe position, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's a very smart driver. He used to drive, or used to be on Richard Petty's pit crew. I didn't know if you guys knew that or not.
No, I didn't, Rudy. That's awesome.
I'll tell you, if there's anything you want to know about Richard Petty, he can tell you. He's the man.
Yeah, 10-4.
He can tell you which tracks he's won on, which one he hasn't, and everything. Of course, I don't think there is any tracks that Richard Petty hasn't won on.
10-4.
He's losing the draft back there. I just don't want David Howard to lose that draft. He needs to get back up there, or back up a little bit and pick up Wayne there with the draft. I guess that's all up to them. I'm sure they're communicating on the track. It seems like Norman, boy, he's just hooked up and rolling. He kind of takes that high line just a little bit. He's taking. He's leaving that door open for that 11 to get underneath there. I noticed in the turns, and boy, I surely wouldn't do that. Well, I guess he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think he was cooling down there for a minute, Rudy. Get his car got hot there, and give him a little air. He's pushing him in back of him, so I'll give you a little air. I'll move up a little high for you. Right. That's good strategy right there, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, right now we're showing Norman Sedlick in the lead with Mario Gerard. They're pushing him in the 11 car. Shane Terratuta, I believe he's on the outside. No, he's right behind him. And Jeremy Crandall's kind of gotten shuffled back just a little, not much. He's on that outside with the 62 trying to get by that leader. Not sure if he's got enough oomph to get by him, but...
They got unhooked. That's going to bring them all the way back.
Yep.
Got to give Crandall that lap there.
Yeah, I believe he did get that.
Yeah, I see Michael D'Angelo there pushed him right up there, give him that lap.
Mike will get that 62 cooled off a little bit, and maybe he can get the 73 a push on that outside again. They were doing pretty well. Pushed him right up in front to get that lap. It's just riding the laps down, and that's what I like to see. We're coming to 20 to go, and man, I'm telling you, good racing going on out here, guys.
That's what I was talking about earlier, Rudy. If you get all those drivers got together and did the same thing I was talking about, they'd be in that same position right there. Just ride around, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Do a green flag pit stop, go back out there. Let's count it down, 5 to go, then race hard all you want.
Christopher, when do you think we might see some green flag pit stops here? They're going to have to stop for fuel, I'm sure.
I would be looking about lap 40 to 45 is when I was estimating I'd probably have to pit.
Wow, man, that's going to be putting it kind of close to the end.
Yeah, I would really wait to the very last moment. You know, this is a big track and anything can happen, but if you pit and, you know, you and your partner, if you decide to pit with a partner, you got to be on it. Make sure you don't go a lap down, because if you do, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt trying to get that lap back.
Mike looking to the inside, taking it 3 wide there in the 62. He says, okay, I've had enough of pushing the 27. I'm going to go out here by myself. Ooh, somebody got off the pace there. Wow, he got loose as a dickens there. Not sure what happened there.
I suspect within the next 2 to 4 laps, they're going to encounter this lap traffic, maybe a little sooner than that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I believe that's the 8 car they're going to be coming up on.
Yeah. Yep, he's cruising around there by himself in 9th place, the tail end of the lead lap. So there you go, guys. He's going to put him a lap down. That whole pack coming around here is going to go right by him. I'm sure he'll probably try to draw up on the back of him and get a little draft. Good job. He raced him very clean, gave him plenty of room to get by him.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's really going to be able to tag on to them. Look like they went by him too quickly.
Yeah, I believe he's got some damage there, and he's just not quite up to speed. So, but good clean racing by him. I got to give him a thumbs up for letting them all go by and not causing an incident.
Yeah, that was awesome with that driver. Just stay up on the high side, let the leaders go by, and don't force the issue, Rudy.
Exactly. The thing of it is, he wants to stay out there, and that's good. You stay out there and try to get those valuable points. Next week he might win, and it's going to make these points. The point system for these 5 races is going to be pretty cool. Okay, we've got.
Hey, we got our leader going to be pitting for fuel, Rudy.
Yes, sir. We've got several of them pitting.
Several of them, yep.
So we're gonna try to stay on Norman here. We're going to watch these guys come down pit road and see what kind of strategy they're going to do here. They're going to do any tire changes. They're going to do fuel only. What do they got going on here? I think we're probably just going to see a fuel only stop. 11's off.
That's what I look at. The 7's off. They're all off now, Rudy.
They're all
fuel
leaving.
only.
Yes, sir. All leaving together. Good job,
yep,
guys.
I see David Howard Jr. got right out there, though. He, got in there first, got out of there first.
Great job. Well, that put Michael D'Amico in the lead for temporarily.
Yeah, the 27 pitting, and now the 62 will be out there all by himself. He's going to lose some time right there.
That's not good.
No, you don't want to be hung out by yourself out there when these cars are pitting, man. You've got to have somebody to pit with.
Yes, definitely.
Kind of looked like him and the 27 were going to go down. I think he might have overshot pit entry.
Well, that's unfortunate for him because, like you said, Ed, if you don't have a partner out there, you might as well just forget it.
Yeah, forget that, man. That's just the kind of shame, man. When you see these cars pitting, somebody's telling you you're pitting, you better put on those brakes, say, I better pit with you.
Yes, sir. Maybe there was a lack of communication there or something. I don't know, but maybe he's out there and trying to get. I know he did pit on that caution, so maybe he's going to try to push it the rest of the way on his fuel. I don't know. It's that remains to be seen, but that kind of puts the old leader there, Norman Sedlick, way back. He's 38 seconds behind Michael. Wayne Finley, he's trying to reel in Michael D'Amico, but he's 17 seconds back. We've only got 6 cars on the lead lap right now. The third place car up here of Gonzalo Torres, he's out there all by himself right now. That he's going to be going backwards quick. This pack comes up behind him.
Oh, they're going to go right by him, Rudy.
Yeah. He needs a partner. We've got a few cars out there that, they could be lap cars. Wayne Finley's in the pit. Oh, let's him and the 8 car come in together here. So let's see what Wayne's going to do. I'm sure he's probably just going to do a fuel only stop. But he was in the second place. Yep, fuel only, and he's off. Very good, Wayne. So, Michael D'Amico must have stopped too, because he's just now coming out of the pits. So I'm sure he got a fuel-only stop. You get these cars back up to speed. It takes about 2 laps to get them up to full speed again. So, and that took Michael back to 5th place, but he's out there all by himself.
That 27 found the 73 right there, and they're going to try and hook up, and 27 is going to try and walk away with that lap down car. Well, he'll actually be the last car on the lead lap right in front of the leader.
Right. Well, these guys are coming up on that 27, man. He's yeah, like you said, if that lap down car can push him. I'm not sure if Gonzalez pitted or not yet. And if he pitted earlier on that caution, he maybe he's going to try to take it the rest of the way. Might take a gamble. He's coming to 10 laps to go. He might just gamble it. If he can ride behind that car, save fuel.
Well, they have a 2.5 second lead over the second place driver, so they could save a little bit. Got about 10.5 laps, and I don't know.
These guys are coming fast behind them.
That's good racing going up here, man. I'm excited, Rudy. Good racing.
Oh, yes, definitely. Michael assured us that there would be some good racing here, and boy, he wasn't wrong. This is some awesome racing. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Veritas Builders and Michelangelo Painting, and All Pro Racing for putting this on. Michael D'Amico putting this on. Very, very lucky to be here broadcasting for him. Really enjoying myself.
Looks like we got 3 packs of tandems here. We got the 27 with the 73. We got the 5 with the 7. We got the 5. Who is that? The 7 and 9 are hooked up back there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's hooked up with the 5 right there.
Well, let's see. He's got the 11 hooked up with him, and now the 11 is a lap down. So, but he's really pushing the daylights out of old Norman. They're trying to get him back up. He's reeled in number first place car there by about 0.7 of a second. They've got him down to 1.8 seconds now. So, go get him, boys.
So if they catch him, the 5 will be for a position with the 27, and the 11 will be positioned for the 73.
Wow, ain't that something? They're reeling them in.
7 and 9 are hooked up. They just don't seem to be gaining any time on the leaders. Doesn't seem like the 9 can stay on the 7's bumper.
I think the 9 had a little bit of damage from that caution, just a little. But again,
Yeah, but with that big pack that they were running in, the 9 was right there behind the 11 pushing the 5.
Mm-hmm.
If he had any damage, it shouldn't have been that much.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, the front two are kind of splitting up a little bit there. I think he got a little hot from pushing, and they're switching. So that's going to allow the second pack to catch right up to them. They've got him now. They've reeled right up
The
to him.
second pack should have to switch pretty soon as well, which will kind of have that slinky effect.
Exactly, yep. But I see the 11's kind of staying off the bumper there a little bit, and I think he's kind of giving him a little bit of air. If you notice, he's not really right touching him. He's just kind of off of his bumper a little. They've caught their draft now, so we're going to see. We're going to see two.
Well, he caught him fast, Rudy.
Yeah.
He caught him fast.
In that foursome right there is 2 lap down cars and 2 lead lap cars. And they were both working with opposite partners, so this is going to be some good racing here now, guys. They don't have many laps to go now.
I think the 11 was the one that was pushing the 5 the majority of the race, so they have some laps together.
Yes. A little bit of history.
It's always comfortable having someone behind you that you work really well with. It makes driving these kind of races a lot easier to, as a mental standpoint.
I think the 5's wishing he could get hooked up with the 27, because if them two are drafting and he does another slingshot maneuver like he did in that last practice race, wow, man. Oh, the 20 or the 73 got a little bit loose there coming through that turn and allowed the 5 and the 11 to go by on the outside.
Yeah, the 73 caught that apron, and if you catch that apron, it can really upset that car.
Yes, they can. And it looks like Norman led that lap. So very good for him.
Yes, he did, Rudy.
2773 got unhooked again. That's going to allow that front tandem to probably push in front and clear them.
The 5's looking, he might try to come down, but I don't think he wants to go without taking his partner, the 11, there with him. He had a spot he could have come down in front of that 27, but elected not to leave his partner. That's good. Good racing there.
That's a lot of trust and respect in your partner that you're having.
We've got a pack back here that led by Wayne Finley. Michael D'Amico's in that pack. Him and Wayne are actually racing for position there for 5th and 6th. And it looks like maybe Michael D'Amico might have the line. Yeah, Wayne Finley pulled over and kind of let him go by there. So now they're going to try to hook up here, I believe. I don't know. Michael might be faster than Wayne. Wayne might have a little damage or something.
I believe they're going to clear him right here. Yep, they got him.
One to go, Rudy.
I believe the 11 just moved up to let the 27 go by to let the leaders race it out.
Yep. Well, that's good. That's good respect for these guys out there. Let the 27 and the 5 race it out. We've got 73 pushing daylights out of the 5.
27 going to be hung out to dry right there.
Yeah.
He left the 27 with a drive. That's too bad, man. Nobody hook up with that guy.
Yeah, he was a good racer too, man. He led a lot of laps.
Yes, he did, Rudy.
Still got a chance.
Oh yeah, the race ain't over yet.
He has that whole lap to get that draft and see what they can do.
Well, Norman sure has showed some strength here today. He's led that practice race at the end there, just beating out James Williams by 11 thousandths of 1 second. So,
Yeah, he did too, Rudy.
I mean, that was some awesome racing. I told all of them, man, that was some of the best racing I've seen in a long time. And here's been a good race here. And I got to commend these guys, man. This was a good, clean race. Very good job. Very good job. Whoa,
Whoa.
a little winning bump there.
Yeah, a little winning bump. Yep.
Congratulations. Yep. So, very good job. Very good job.
Looks like David Howard will come home third. That'll be a good points day.
Sure would, man.
Yes, sir. Good win. So, Ed, you want to go down trackside there and see if you can get a word in with Norman?
Yeah, I sure will, Rudy.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was really fun.
That was probably the quickest 50-lap race I ever done in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
Honey.
Y'all deserve that.
I'm just kidding with you, Mike.
Hey, Norm. Booth there, the number 5. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm there.
Hi, Norm. Man, we're just watching you guys race real hard, man, with the 27 and 11 there. And you guys are showing back there for a little while there, and I saw you up front. You drifted back. You get up on the high side. You made it really work. You got to the end. You won the race. We're so excited, standing on our feet, cheering you on, man. What a great run you had, man. An awesome job, Norman.
I got to tell you what, I got to hand it to the 11, though. He was during the first of the race, me and him were 1 and 2, and then all of a sudden he screwed up in the pits, but he helped me out, and he stayed with me at the end of the race, and he pushed me to the win.
Yeah, it's just an awesome job, man. I couldn't believe it. You're right back there again. You got back to the front. You dropped down low and got the win, man. What an awesome job you did, brother.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Rudy?
You want me to take the second place guy?
You sure can, Rudy.
All right.
Hey, Trevin, thank you, buddy. You got me in the top 5.
Gonzola I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Number 27. Are you? Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Maybe you could say it for me.
Yeah, it's Gonzalo, but everyone calls me Gonzo.
Very good race in there, Gonzo. Hey, that was. I mean, I was kind of ashamed that you led that much, and they had a run on that outside. And man, I'm telling you what, the 73 was trying to get you up there. We watched it. What a race that turned out to be, man. You got nothing to be ashamed about that run you had. That was just awesome, man. Totally awesome between you guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I was like 6th or 7th before the pit stops, and I came out first. I don't know how. But it was a great race. Thanks.
You're very welcome. You want to do David? Ed?
Yep, I got him, buddy. Hey, David Howard Jr. This is Ed up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, 10-4, Ed. I got you, bud.
Hi, David. We saw you up there drifting up there for a while up in the front there, man. You were pulling back there. I didn't know if you had some damage from that first caution that came out. You want to tell us what happened there?
Yeah, Ed, it looked like the one car and somebody was racing in front of me there, and it looked like the one car just got loose on entry, entering into the corner there, and, barely got me. I only had very minor damage, luckily, but took out a good friend of mine there, so if he's watching, sorry to see that.
Christopher.
10-4 there, Dave. Just an awesome run. You finished third, man. Good job, man, and congratulations from the winner, the second place, and the third place guy tonight. Thank you, and good racing, guys.
Thank you, Ed. I just want to say thank you to Michael D'Amico, Crash, Veritas Builders, all the people that helped put this thing on, man. It's a lot of fun. All the guys I raced around, they were real clean. Got to say special thank you to the 9 car there. Me and him worked together. We almost had enough to get to him. About 5 more laps we would have been there, but it was a lot of fun. Thanks for putting this on All Pro Motorsports.
All right, thank you, David, and thank you to all the drivers. Remember, next week we will be going to another track. Your points do count, and your points will add up at the end of the 5 races, and the one at the top of the points will get the $50 Visa gift card. So come back next week and race again, and we really enjoyed having this. Thanks to All Pro Motorsport, Michael D'Amico, and our sponsors, Veritas Builders and Michelangelo Painting. And that'll do it for this week. Thank you all for racing.